Shallow Grave, the absolutely biggest one of this tournament. Even the Living Armor, we've seen a couple of Treant picks.
Cold Embrace.
Cold Embrace from Wyvern.
That's true.
Like, there's so much emphasis on that, and it makes for a very different type of game, and that's why teams, I think, also like to pick that tanky frontliner, because it's not very difficult to land those defensive cooldowns on a hero that can tank up first. Like, you get the extra reaction time, and you actually get to put pressure and force the opponent to engage into a fight they don't want. And if you look at VP's lineup, though, they do have a lot of single target damage. So if they burst really fast, the Shadow Demon might actually not have time to react in this game.
Right. I was just smiling because we were seeing that Axe Band come out from VP. They want to start the game off on a safe
Centaur?
foot.
I'm thinking about Centaur here. Maybe against
okay.
Spiritbreaker and the Snowball. Could be a good idea.
Yeah, good to get away.
They have a lot of... I mean, it gives Rubik another spell to steal.
That would make it a core shaker, or a support shaker, though, which I doubt they're going to do. I think their last pick
That's
is
like
for...
a big shuffle then.
Oh, were you saying for
Safe
Virtus?
I'm actually talking about Empire.
Yeah, because for Empire, I think we still need Silence Hero, right?
Unless it's a mid lane Lina, safe lane
safe
Shadow.
lane Centaur.
Yeah, I mean safe lane
Safe lane
Centaur.
Centaur, yeah, okay.
But
Sorry.
There it is.
Centaur.
Oh!
That's not... They have Gyro and Silencer.
Okay.
This might be...
Is it a mid lane
Yeah,
Gyro?
it's a mid...
No,
it's a
mid
mid-lane
silencer and then safe lane
Okay.
Gyro.
Oh, interesting.
G's going to play it, though. Usually Illidan.
Right. I mean, that's kind of Illidan's special right there for VP.
Yeah, you've seen it enough.
You talk about the
I'm
you
curious
talk
what
about the
your-
defensive supports, but with Silencer, it's going to be
Yeah.
difficult.
I'm curious, so how do you view the Silencer versus Shadowfiend matchup? Because I'm actually not completely sure who to expect should win this lane.
Well, Spirit Breaker is
I think
quite the
Spirit
headache.
Breaker's going to win.
Well,
this.
it's quite the headache for Shadowfiend. He's
Yeah, I
probably
think
going to be
having
there a
the Spirit
lot.
Breaker there, I think
Yeah.
Silencer would probably have the edge because Shadowfiend has to play. But then again, it's a Radiant Shadowfiend, so he can catch up if things don't go right for him.
Luckily, Silencer does have
Alright.
the pure damage, so that'll help.
All right, well, a bit of a twist there at the very end, but we're kicking off a best of three, ladies and gentlemen. Super important match between Virtus Pro and Team Empire fighting for that upper bracket spot.
So Shadow Poison on Shadow Demon. Lina obviously has a pretty good amount of spam too, if you want to try to stack it up a little bit for resolution. I like the Ember pick because
Was
it's
it a
very
first pick
elusive,
for Shadow
and he has a
Demon?
lot
I
of
think I've
ways
seen
of getting
that
out of
hero.
Spirit Breaker ganks.
Oh,
And
with the Ice
Yoku-
Shards indeed, trapping out Yoku. Yoku did come up the lane trying to get some vision out, but he might pay for it with his life. FNG trying to get around here with the telekinesis. Couldn't go down the quick way because the Ice Shards were actually blocking himself up. But Lil talking about the blocks, looking for the body blocks, and Yoku's going to get bodied. First blood there for Virtus Pro.
That's a plus
Catching
two.
out the Yoku, and indeed, one of the quickest plus twos I think we've seen in a long time here for Silencer.
Well, hopefully that's not too indicative of how the game goes for Empire, because if you keep getting picked off like that, you got to respect the Gyrocopter. That hero at low level, especially partnered with a Rubik, maybe one of the best supports to put with him just because of how far out of position you actually can be in a very, very short amount of time. So Horn's going to sound. VP off to a very good start, trying to get their revenge after Empire 2'd them here in the group stages here at TI5. Looks like both teams are going to be trading bounty runes. Pretty standard stuff. Although I think G... No, they hit level 2 at the same time, actually, based on 2 melee creeps. So this matchup mid, it's going to be 2 versus 2, basically Tusk, Silencer, and then the Shadow Demon and the Shadow Fiend. Shouldn't be too much of an issue for resolution to get his souls going. And then bottom lane, we're going to have off lane Spirit Breaker versus the Lina and the Ember. Now, Spirit Breaker can actually die to this combination, even as tanky of a hero as he is, because there's 2 ways to stop charge. So Phobos is going to have to be very aware of that as this lane plays out.
I'm sure Phobos will be well on top of it. And mid lane, going in on to always want to fly with the Ice Shards. Actually blocked up in the damage here from these glaives. I mean, one more will do
Is
the
he
job.
dead?
He's going to get it, and that's going to be a +2 for G now onto 4.
Oh my God, Resolution's gonna
trying
die
to
too.
turn onto Lil. Oh, if he dies
Oh,
to
the
this is
damage.
disastrous. He pops the salve as well. Doesn't save him. It's a double kill for G. He's on +6 before the 1 minute mark.
He got Shadow Poison level 1. He's... Okay, so he must have been thinking that he just wanted to use that to stack and that the kill potential from VP wasn't good enough to warrant skilling Disruption. He was wrong, needless to say. And now G,
Damn, look at this
a
glaive damage.
minute in, he hits for 72 damage, and he's got 3 kills at 1 minute. Like, G is already known as one of the best mids pretty much in the CIS region, and you're going to give him 3 kills, including First Blood?
I mean, Resolution as well. That is down to his last shared tango. Always want to fly. He's got a few more to give him, but it's going to be on cooldown. And what a start here for G. One of the best starts that he could have hoped for. I mean, other lanes as well. How's it going for the side of VP? Well, DK Phobos, he's found himself a few CS now, just trying to trade blows here with a low hard dance. Has got a charge, but yeah, he's not going to be able to get it off. There was Silent in the neighborhood with those searing chains waiting and available. But yeah, 3 for 0. Always want to fly able to grab himself that invis. Not really going to be able to do too much with it, though, as he has still yet to hit level 2 and grab himself the disruption. Yoke on the off lane, level 2. Illidan's farm, 9 for 3. Pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much bang on here with Silence as well. So it is just this mid lane in which we're seeing Empire effectively get crushed.
Well, fortunately for Resolution, Shadow Fiend is amazing at recovery. So even if the early laning phase goes extremely bad, which I think it's fair to say it is right now, you can still always count on the fact that with a couple of jungle stacks and a little bit of AFK farming, you'll be able to bring yourself right back into the game. So always want to fly, waiting for that level 2. He's still got the Invis rune, so he's got Disruption available. They might be able to turn this on G, but Resolution, he only has enough mana for 2 raises right now.
And always want to fly. He's just going to back up, realizes that the opportunity isn't going to be there for him. And G still is farm. 11 for 1, 13 for 1. Resolution looking good, but now with the snowball, Resolution's in a lot of trouble. Where's the disruption? Oh, Yoku's going to be there.
Wow, that was
got the Fisher available, and they don't die for it. He's going to be fine. Okay.
It's a double uphill miss. Pretty unlucky from G, but I'm not sure even if he hit both of those attacks that they would have had the damage to kill.
Resolution still down to that last tango, and he's still a few hundred away from picking up the bottle. So in a bit of a precarious position at this moment. Wraparound coming in from Lil. Moving into the Radiant jungle. He's going to find Joku here, but I don't quite. He's going to need to be careful. There is a Shadow Demon here as well. Lil might have overstepped the mark here with the disruption setup. Yoku, he's got enough for the 1-2, but they wait for it. Very nicely done. Yoku knew the snowball was going to come out immediately, and now holding back their spells. They'll let all loose now, and they will be able to find that Lil kill there. SD crediting himself with the kill.
Now finally getting themselves on the board. Definitely nice. Kicking Lil out of their side. But this middle matchup, man, G's level 5. Resolution is barely short of level 4 at this point. And the matchup never really gets any better for the Shadow Fiend. Like, you're always just going to continually get harassed as you show yourself in lane. So he really is relying on rune control, Bottle Crow, and the ability for his supports to stack for him. And right now, they got the dual stack going on. He really needs to hit level 5, I think, before he can start doing stacks if he wants to try to do them at least with some efficiency. His level 2 raise only does 175 damage. It's not really that good. But he's really hurting right now.
G just coming in with those pure damage slaps. Bottom lane trying to go in onto Phobos here. They will hit the Light Strike Array and the Dragon's Slave. He's already used the charge here. Silent just going to look to chase this down, and they will be able to find the kill onto Phobos there. So the second kill on the board now for Empire. Silent claiming that one, and he is top of the CS. Still just level with Illidan at the moment. Very, very close between these two carries. In the mid lane, FNG. I can't quite believe it. He gets himself out with a TP. 3 heroes converge on him. Nothing to stop it. FNG very lucky to get away with his life.
That's what we call space creating. When a Rubik is sitting on the enemy high ground at 5 minutes into the game, you force 3 heroes to try to kill you and you still get away. That is definitely the play. But the bottom lane, it's actually okay that Phobos died there because he's still level 5. So the fact that he's going to have Nether Strike at such an early stage in the game means that he can pressure other lanes so hard just by charging, because if that Nether Strike and charge combo goes off and there's no counterplay coming out from Empire, it's just a guaranteed kill.
I think Phobos playing a little bit more careful though here, hiding behind the tree line. Going to go for the charge now.
Oh, the bash!
The charge, but the bash coming out straight away. Light Strike Array from the lower dance holding him back, but the Ice Shards will be enough to finish off Silent. They're going to look for more now, moving in onto the Lina. Can they get the bashes? Light Strike Array is going to be duked out, beautifully synchronized by the two of them. And now with the charge, they'll find the Lina as well. Both heroes being taken down on the bottom lane by a perfect bit of fancy footwork there between Lil and Phobos.
Yeah, that was actually kind of funny that he canceled his charge and then got rewarded with a bash. Like, what are the odds, honestly? I'm pretty sure at this point Silent is not too pleased with how that worked out. But VP continuing to show their strong early game, and the net worth difference between the mids is starting to kind of become a little bit more equalized. Like G, he's maintained the kind of 1,000 gold lead that he had before, but that's pretty much only because of kills. We're also going to see a smoke here. Silence level 6. He's got his remnants available, and there is no global silence on the silencer yet.
Yes, they can kill G here. With those 3 kills, it's going to be a fair bit of gold at this point of the game. With the wraparound now, there's your triple remnant burst. Not quite enough. Lil is there with the defense, and he's got a snowball. Actually,
he cancelled the TP
out. Cancels it. Says, mate, you ain't going home. You're going in. But G says, what the heck you do that for, son? G's going to die. So is Lil. The plays not quite happening there for VP, and Empire going to be very, very happy with that one, clearing up 2 in the mid.
That was a Mafia play, 100%. Definitely confirm Mafia for the Tusk. But maybe he just thought that he was dead anyway. But no, because he used Searing Chains right away, right? Like, he didn't hesitate at all. He just used it as soon as he went in. And that's why he went for the TP in the first place. So I'm not actually 100% sure if he would have lived either way. Maybe he just thought that it's fine, I can just snowball him, and he has a better chance of getting away because Silent was out of mana. Unfortunately for him, that was not the case.
I think it was just everything happening at such a quick pace. He probably went for the TP at the same time. He was like, I'm going to snowball you, and, well, as you said, even if they had done it differently, they may still have lost their lives. Charge out in the mid lane, going for a low hard dance, and he's going to cancel it, dodge out, and he... Oh, with the bash. Phobos' bash is a real... And he will pick himself up that kill onto a low hard dance, and Phobos now halfway through level 7, looking very, very tasty on this Spirit Breaker.
I think if he keeps that amount of bashing up, he's going to be the one that you're going to have to worry about on VP. If he gets in there with a charge, a bash, and another strike, I don't really think anyone lives through that. Maybe Silent does if he has Flame Guard on, but everyone else pretty much just goes splat. And one guy we haven't really heard much from this game has kind of been Yoku. He's just been doing his own thing, sitting in the woods for the majority of the time, not willing to give away any more kills in that top lane. And if you just compare the off-laner difference right now, Phobos is halfway to level 8, and Yoku is level 3. I really think that VP have just been able to get so much more out of their early laning phase, barring the fact that Silent has started to rotate around now and tried to help contribute to kills.
There's indeed a massive difference here between the sides. G, level 7 now. Picks himself up a double damage. Always want to fly in a lower dance. Just trying to soak up some levels, trying to find the way to level 6 on Yelena. And Resolution, as you said, been clearing up the stacks and working his way towards that mechanism. It's not going to be the quickest, though, if Virtus Pro have anything to say about it. And Silent now kind of left on his own, but with the remnants up, he's going to be A-OK. Not a lot to kind of lock him down and stop him from remnanting away. They've got the snowball, they've got the bashes, but he should be fine most of the time.
They have to catch him before he can react. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you charge him in daytime vision, there's a good chance he just goes to the remnant, and then the other hero that's supposed to be there will not be close enough. So they have to, like, charge him at an angle where they break fog and hit him, like, right away.
And they're going to go try in. Yeah, they're going to try for it on DK Phobos here. He's still got the charge now with the global silence. FNG TPing in. They want to try and turn this.
Courier.
Going straight onto a low hard dance, and now he'll back up. Nether Strike. Oh, but the disruption just in time to cancel it. Illidan's turned up with the cooldown drop. It's not going to hit anyone. Actually zoning out Silent, and he's going to chase down a low hard dance here. Illidan moving in. They might move in for more here because FNG's about. Phobos has got a charge, and the Nether Strike's still available. But they're just going to hide themselves behind the tower. VP have actually got the full 5-man downer at the moment, and Phobos says, right, well, I'm going to look elsewhere for a kill. Charging into mid lane, onto Resolution. A TP is going to come in from Lil on the Tusk. With the Ice Charge, they should be able to track Resolution up. No, TP reaction from Always Wanna Fly is going to spook them, and VP are going to leave it at that.
Man, both these teams are just all over the place right now. They want to get kills so bad. One team has a Tusk and a Spirit Breaker. Oh, G.
Silent remnanting forward here onto G. G's just going to sit there and turn it
so
with
much
the double
damage
and the curse. Bringing him low. Silent in a lot of trouble. Illidan's trying to chase this one down. There's actually been a charge. Well, that's Always Wanna Fly just disrupting the FNG. But yeah, as you said, the charge was flying through. Did end up finishing off Silent.
And they get the stack.
This is a lot of good things happening for VP, and maybe even more. Moving on to Always Wanna Fly, the Ice Charge. They block up Resolution. Can he get himself out of this one? I'm not too sure. With the Frozen Sigil chasing him down. Cooldown's going to be there. Damage from the skies. Resolution to fall in the mid lane as well. 3 heroes dropping on Empire, and Virtus Pro losing nothing for that bit of aggression. 10 for 4 now on the board.
The movements of VP have just been so much more successful. Every time they commit, like the Tusk and the Spirit Breaker to a gank, it always works.